folks. Kitchen sink, fastball, curveball, cutter, slider, changeup. He uses all of them. You're not going to see many fastballs over 90 miles an hour. Like father, like son. Cody's father played in the minor leagues with the Atlanta Braves once upon a time, and he was teammates with Tom Glavine and Mark Lemke and Ronnie Gant back in the day when the Braves were doing their thing. And he's learned a lot from his father.
Take a look at the defense behind Martin. It is presented by Geico. Across the outfield, Nori Aoki, Leonis Martin, who has a cannon, Seth Smith, Kyle Seager having another outstanding year for the Mariners, then Ketel Marte, Robinson Cano, Adam Lind, and Mike Zunino having a rejuvenated season behind the plate. He will catch Cody Martin. Brett Gardner digging in. Yankees and Mariners both jockeying for position in the American League wildcard race. Mariners have been the American League's best team since the All-Star break at 21-13. And the first pitch floats high, ball one to Gardner.
We'll be talking about the Mariners through this series, Ryan, but I'll tell you what, the new leadership, if you will, Jerry DiPoto, Scott Service, the manager, they have completely revamped this club. That's coming from spring training, but much better. You just cited the numbers. This team is legit. They have a great offense. Kind of sputtered a little bit rotation-wise with, I mentioned James Paxton and Taijuan Walker, who probably will pitch tomorrow.
Gardner drives that in the air to center, but Martin is there. And now we'll take a few steps in to put away the first out. Let's look at the game time weather. It's presented by Bigelow Tea. 70 degrees, 4-mile-an-hour wind. It's a beautiful Seattle day, Al.
I haven't been up here, I don't know, in a few years, but oh my gosh. Now I know why people live out here.
I know.
Beautiful.
The crisp air, it kind of reminds you, it's like a fall day.
It's like the Jersey Shore. No, does that stop you in your tracks?
Well, you always take it back to the Jersey Shore.
I do, I'm sorry.
You have great pride for it. That's okay. Ellsbury looks at ball one. So today in the triangle of outfielders with Ellsbury, Gardner, and Hicks, it's Hicks who sits. And Joe Girardi has said he will rotate Hicks through the outfield, spelling Ellsbury and Gardner, maybe to a lesser degree Judge. There's strike one for Martin.
Well, that'll be the mix, right? All the way down through September. Trying to get everybody their bats.
And a little more of a temptation to have Hicks in there because of the way he's been hitting of late since receiving regular playing time. Here's the 2-2. Fouled straight back by Ellsbury. Yankees are 14-4 in their last 18 games against the AL West, and they've played particularly well here. They've won 8 straight games here, and their pitching has just been outstanding. They have an ERA below 2 through those 8 games. The 2-2. Broken bat roller. That's going to be a tough play for Cano. Will he make it? Yes, Scott Ellsbury by half a step.
Wow. Well, the Yankee fans certainly for years watching Robbie Cano do that as a Yankee, all in one full swoop. He had to do it. Ellsbury still good wheels. Keep his eye on it. Quick little snap throw over to Adam Lind. Good play on the Mercedes-Benz Yesmo. Stays down below, and he's so strong. I mean, that's a short throw, but just bang, bang, getting Ellsbury.
So Robinson Cano, 2-time Gold Glover. It's interesting. Joe Girardi was asked, what do you think about most about Cano's tenure with the Yankees? He says, I know he's a great hitter, but I think about the defensive plays he made. Just the spectacular defense that he brought. And then he said, you know, it's kind of how I feel watching Gary Sanchez right now, where there's some plays he makes and you just say, that's special defense. That's just different.
Well, I know much talked about of what Gary Sanchez and you see Robbie over the years have greatness, maybe one of the greatest when he's done, second baseman in the history of this game. But Sanchez, I'm with you, and hearing Joe say that, just watching Gary Sanchez behind the plate handle the pitching staff.
Sanchez cranks that deep left, and Gary Sanchez has done it again. Home run number 7 for the Yankee rookie catcher.
Wow.
He is a monster.
Wow. I mean, that ball, again, like the second game at Anaheim, one-armed home run. That's a ball that was away from him. I think a little cutter. What power Gary Sanchez has shown in his early big league career. I mean, the easy swing. Not trying to muscle it. It's impressive.
Gary Sanchez, fresh off his American League Player of the Week award, does this.
So, I mean, almost looked slightly fooled. It was a better contact point, obviously, to go 376 at that point, left center field. But to barrel it up, watch the swing here, slightly up front. This is a cutter, and he's out in front a little bit. The 2-1 fastball count. Throws his hands, gets good extension. You can see his approach kind of middle of the field. Staying left center. I think that hit, yeah, right on top of the wall. How about that?
Wow. When you're going good, you're going good.
Right.
Joe Girardi was asked, is he putting added pressure on him by hitting him third now? And he said, well, yeah, but you watch these young guys, and when they clear hurdles, you give them more. And right now, he's clearing a lot of hurdles.
Well, he had the 6 home runs in the first 16 games of his big league career. Now 7 and 17. It's unbelievable. I mean, that is, you talk about hot streak, and we mentioned in the Open the American League Player of the Week.
Swing and a miss. Gregorius goes down on strikes, but the Yankees take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Gary Sanchez. Deposits home run number 7 off and over the wall and left. 1-0 Bombers. Starting lineup, Nori Aoki leading off, Seth Smith in his 2-hole, Robinson Cano, 2 home runs in his career against Michael Pineda. Nelson Cruz cleans up, having another big season. So is Kyle Seager. There's a lot of meat in the heart of that order. Adam Lind, Mike Zunino, easy for me to say, Leonis Martin, and then Ketel Marte rounding out the Mariners starting lineup.
Good lineup for the Seattle Mariners. That Michael Pineda started his career here back in 2011. Had a good season, then got traded to the Yankees, proceeded to get hurt. There you see his numbers coming off a tough luck and no decision. Rain shortened 5 innings, no runs, and a tough loss to the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the pitcher scout report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. This is what he's got. Fastball, slider, change. His slider's impressive. .212 batting average against. Road rules. Well, he's 2-6 with a 5.11 ERA in 11 road starts. See if he could turn that around tonight here in the Northwest, and racking up the Ks, 154 Ks. 7th in the American League. And he ranks 2nd among qualified pitchers with 10.17 Ks per nine. 136 in the third inning, 154 strikeouts, Ryan.
When you look at those numbers out, his swings and misses, I mean, he leads the American League in swing and miss percentage. He has gotten people to chase outside the zone. He's fourth in the majors in first pitch strike percentage. There's a lot of good that would seem not to correlate with where the ERA has been this year for Pineda, although he has pitched better of late.
Well, that's fair enough. I think your assessment is right. The 21 home runs and 136 in third innings can hurt you. You get a little careless in the zone. He does throw strikes, but it's his slider. That what did you say? The swing and miss rate, 36% or something?
Well, the swing and miss is
out of the zone,
14%, which is leading the American League.
He's got, when he's ahead. There he is, 3-1 count. Wow, there's that. Guess it was up.
Take a look at the Yankee defense presented by Geico. Larry Rothschild ponders exactly what Al's wondering in the outfield. It's Gardner Ellsbury and Aaron Judge back in there after a day off. Headley, Didi, Castro, and Tyler Austin back at first. And Gary Sanchez catches Michael Pineda. So Michael Pineda does not get any love from Corey Blazer behind the plate. On that 3-1, walks Aoki. He's always a good on-base percentage guy. Strike one to Seth Smith. Let's look at that 3-1 pitch again.
Yeah, just curious. You know, early in the game, I know Aoki's not the tallest fella in the big leagues, but I don't know. Is it up?
Maybe a little.
You could say that. What did you play? Shortstop?
Second. Not at this level.
I know.
You should have seen me Little League out.
Oh, yeah. You and Michael K.
I don't know if Michael made it to Little League, did he?
We better stop.
Michael's asleep. You don't got to worry about that.
I doubt it.
Pitch to Smith in the dirt. Scooped beautifully by Sanchez to hold Aoki, who had started and stopped before the pitch.
Yeah, that's a nice job right here. A slider. Look how far he had to go. That ball was anticipating, I guess, backdoor to Seth Smith. Again, nice job. Showing a powerful arm behind home plate, Gary Sanchez has. Nice job of keeping that ball in front of him. Aoki at first base.
There goes Aoki. Grounded hard to third. Headley will go to second in time, and the double play turned. Headley just getting it to Gregorius in time with Aoki running. And the Yankees turn the 5-6-3. Not your normal DP because of the shift.
Well, that's exactly right, with Didi right on second base. Nice job by Chase Headley. Listen, it was a hot smash. Aoki was on the move with the hit and run. It couldn't have been better aligned defensively. The Yankees were. That was a hot smash right at Chase Headley's short throw. Yes, he did get him. And even if he was safe, he would have been able to turn that and get Seth Smith at first base. Nice job.
So big lift for Michael Pineda. Now has 2 outs, nobody on to work against Robinson Cano, having an outstanding season. Cano, 4th in the American League in total bases, 6th in hits, 9th in homers, 10th in doubles, 7th in WAR. And grounds that hard underneath the glove of Austin and into right field. It'll be a base hit for Robinson Cano.
Yeah, he was citing his numbers. Robbie is back. I know the first year or two even until about August or September last year after the trade and the big contract. He's having a heck of a year. Robinson Cano-like year. 290, 28 bombs, 79 ribs, hot smash. Too hot to handle for Tyler Austin by him.
So Cano reaches with 2 outs. And now Michael Pineda will have to face the very dangerous Nelson Cruz. The only player in the big leagues who has hit more home runs than Cruz since the start of last season, Chris Davis. Big swing there and a miss. 0-1.
Well, the 34 home runs this year, or 31 home runs, puts him 4th in the American League right now. How about the year Mark Trumbo's having? 37, yeah, another one tonight.
He did. Pineda quickly ahead 0-2. Two outs. The 0-2 pitch from Pineda. Driven in the air to right field. Judge towards the line. We'll watch it go foul.
Well, it's all scouting report, right? I mean, the advanced reporting, and when you have a history like a veteran player in Pineda, and certainly Nelson Cruz, you know, most of the time when Pineda's ahead, he gets to that wipeout, put away slider, and this at bat right here, he's going right after Cruz. 0-2 fastball. His first batter. I know it's only the 4th batter he's faced in this first inning, but he's ahead, unlike his first 3 batters.
The 0-2. Blocked by Sanchez. Cano will anchor.
There's that slider right there. Nice job again. Gary Sanchez, fundamental textbook blocking the ball. Watch, he gets square here. Anticipating a slider in the dirt. 0-2. Every catcher should. That's where you want the ball. You can expand the zone. 0-2, 1-2. Pitchers can. He's got another pitch here that would be a pitcher's pitch off the plate.
The 1-2 from Pineda. Another nice stop by Sanchez on a slider off the plate.
Yeah, that's it. That's just a cranked, nasty. You're facing a guy in Nelly Cruz. You said it. Only one other hitter in the American League's got more home runs since the beginning of last year. So you're careful. You want to make sure that you bury it. Now even count here, Ryan. You want this to be an action ball here. Something in the zone.
It's a dangerous middle of the order. Kyle Seager on deck, having another great year. A 2-2. Grounded foul.
Well, when I look at it, as you just say that, I don't know many lineups 3-4-5 with Cano 28 bombs, Cruz 31, and you mentioned Seager on deck with 23 and 80 RBIs. That's an impressive 3-4-5.
That is why they are 4th in the majors in homers, 10th in runs. Cruz able to hold up, and now the count full with 2 outs. Robinson Cano will be off. Scott Service, the Mariners manager, in his first year at the helm. First year managing at all had been the Angels assistant GM the last 4 years under Jerry Dipoto, who is the Mariners' new GM.
Edgar Martinez next to him,
their hitting coach. The payoff, cut on and miss, got him on a slider, and Pineda able to work out of the inning. So a key double play from Smith, and then the strikeout of Cruz to the top of the 2nd we go. Look at the Mariners team scouting report. It's brought to you by Mohegan Sun. Unlimited possibilities await you at Mohegan Sun. Plan your trip at mohegansun.com.
Well, we just saw it right there, right? Cano, Cruz, and Seager. That has. I'm trying to think, and I'm sure we'll come up with another team that has as good, I'm not sure better than a middle of the lineup of those three potent hitters. Bullpen overhaul, to say the least. They have 3 present relievers in the bullpen now that started the season opening day. This team has new leadership, and part of that is Jerry Dipoto, who was down with the Angels, and now up here in the Great Northwest. He hired his manager, his buddy Scott Service. And Brian, this team, you know, it's exciting when you think of a new general manager comes in. There's new ownership now.
Castro absolutely crushes that to left. Goodbye, sir. A bomb from Starlin Castro. It's 2-0 Yankees. #16th home run of the year for Starlin Castro.
Well, what was I saying? Mariners, right? Leaders. Boom! Starlin Castro. I mean, what he's been doing. And now settling in nicely as the second baseman. 16 bombs.
McCann grounds that to Cano in shallow right for the out.
Quickness, little hanging breaking ball right there for Starlin to tee that ball up in the back of the bullpen or near it. Once the leg kick comes up, little hanger, middle of the plate in. He's settling nicely in the Bronx. He has. Certainly, that's been a great pickup for the Yanks. Quickly, 2-0 Yanks here.
You didn't want to hear the rest of the scouting report.
No. And I don't know, maybe nobody does.
Here's Aaron Judge. Got the day off yesterday, had a big 2-out, 2-run single on Saturday, and looks at a breaking ball strike. Judge was amongst a group of Yankees who were very into the Little League World Series before today's game.
Had it on in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and they were commenting, screaming, cheering. They were into it. Judge fouls that straight back.
I better pay attention because we're almost as close as we were in Anaheim.
It is similar, and you have a bent corner of a laptop as a result of you not paying attention.
And it doesn't close.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
You're gonna have battery issues. But your battery's always charged out. Swing and a miss from Judge, got him on a slow breaking ball.
What do you say? I know. I was in the clubhouse there watching as well. These guys, they all played some kind of little league somewhere. This is a big old curveball, 12-6. Nice break, great location. See Judge pulling off slightly.
Here's Headley. Struck out 3 times yesterday. Looks at strike 1. And we've seen that from Judge a little bit over the last few games, Al. Some slow off speed stuff he's had a little bit of trouble with. On the inside corner, 0-2.
Well, I mean, listen, that's going to be the learning curve. He's a guy that's going to be able to hit a ball out of Yellowstone when he gets his strike zone down, knows his area of strength and weakness. And I think mostly with a guy that is as strong and as intimidating as an Aaron Judge is to realize, and we've said that a little bit with Gary Sanchez. Marcus Tim's talking about when guys can hit the ball hard and far, they end up having a tendency to overswing a little bit, maybe tighten up, try to hit it 500 feet instead of 400.
Swing and a miss. Headley goes down on strikes for the Yankees. Add another run. This time courtesy of Starlin Castro. A hanging breaking ball ends up over the left field wall. It's 2-0 Yankees. executive VP and GM, baseball operations for Seattle. And you see the roster turnover from 2015 to 2016. There's a lot of changes with this team, Al, and the results have been outstanding.
I mean, that's what I was trying to get to when Starlin Castro rudely interrupted my scatter.
He did.
I mean, look at that. Ryan, I mean, it's Jerry Dipoto. We just showed the new general manager. I mean, it was, okay, we got to rebuild it. And you know why I love Jerry Dipoto? Toms River, New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
Toms River North High School. Good band. Down the shore.
Where you grew up.
Yeah, no, he's a solid person. And he's doing a heck of a job.
You, Jerry Dipoto, Todd Frazier.
That's right, Todd Frazier, Toms River South. My brother Mark, who played 10 years in the big leagues. There's been a few. Jeff Musselman.
Who was the other kid on that team with Todd Frazier who was outstanding, who won the Little League World Series? Grounded hard in shallow right. Castro knocks it down and doesn't have a play. That is a base hit for Kyle Seager.
Well, you see the shift. Where's Castro, short right field, not able to knock it down. Hot smash off the bat of Kyle Seager. That ball skipped off as soon as it gets on the grass. It gets a little quicker. You got grass, dirt, infield, and then back to the outfield grass. Couldn't handle it. I don't know, even if he had it, that's a long throw, and Seager can run a little bit.
So the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning for the Mariners. Adam Lind, who has performed incredibly well at home this season. On pace to have the second best slugging percentage ever at Safeco Field, only to Ken Griffey. That's grounded, double play ball. Gregorius will do it himself. Double play.
Hey, every pitcher will take that. A little hot smash to Didi's left, and then easily stepping on second base, firm throw over to Tyler Austin for the 6 unassisted double play, 6-3 if you scored it.
Michael Pineda for the second straight inning sees the leadoff runner who retired on a double play by the very next inning. It was Seth Smith who banged into a double play in the first, and now Adam Lind in the second. And here's Mike Zunino, who's having a rejuvenated season. Hitting .282, 8 home runs in just 25 games. He has an OPS over 1,000. He's been tremendous. And at the beginning of the year, Jerry Dipoto came out and said he is going to be in AAA. That's where he's going to be. And he hit his way back up here. He had spent the last 3 years really struggling offensively at this level after a short time in the minors. And struggled in this at-bat. 3 pitches, and Zunino is down on strikes. To the third we go, 2-0 Yankees. Montefiore. Actually, check that. We won't look at the injury report. We'll save that for a little while. Instead, we're going to tell you that tomorrow the Yankees are back for another battle with the Mariners. Coverage begins at 9 o'clock with the Audi batting practice today and the Chevy pregame. Then we're back here at Safeco Field for the call only on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. The Yankees a 2-0 lead. Their bats looking healthy. That's our injury report. A home run from Starlin Castro. One from Gary Sanchez. Yes, he's done it again. And now Tyler Austin will lead off against Martin. Cody Martin making a spot start. And Tyler Austin trying to make some adjustments at the plate, Meredith.
He really started off his big league career with a blast, a home run, but mentioned to me that he just hasn't felt right at the plate the last couple times out. He and Marcus Timms actually sat down today and watched some video, and Timms found that he was keeping his shoulder, turning his shoulder in a little bit too much. They looked at film from when he hit the home run, when he was having success down in the minors, as opposed to his last couple games that he played. He told me he thinks that it's an easy fix now that he knows exactly what's wrong, but really credited Timms. This is a guy that has been with Austin the 2014 season, the 2015 season, now as the assistant hitting coach the 2016 season here up in the big leagues, and he said it is such a luxury to have someone like that that knows your swing inside and out.
He's ahead in the count, 2-1 right now. Check swing. Now, Meredith, did Austin seem to lose any confidence, or how did he seem mentally right now?
He seemed fine. It's such a small sample size. It was really just a question that was asked to Joe Girardi the other day. Does he think that Austin is slowing down a little bit? Is he feeling comfortable? And not every player can be Gary Sanchez. He's been so fantastic at the plate. You have to remember these guys are still young. There are adjustments that need to be made, and these are a lot of pitchers that they haven't faced before, so it's a new process for him.
A new pitcher here, and Austin busting it down the line. Just nailed. Good hustle there from Tyler Austin on the ground out to third.
Yeah, well, Tyler making it close at first base. He picks him up, puts him down. Seager, I don't know if he underestimated the speed, but that was closer than I thought.
Seager, a quality third baseman. A Gold Glove winner back in 2014. That is such a stacked position in the American League, too. Think about it. Kyle Seager didn't get any.
Machado.
Yep. You start with Machado, Donaldson.
That's true.
Just in baseball as well, Arenado. But for the American League, Seager didn't get really a lot of all-star conversation, and he is having an all-star caliber year. And he was prior to the break as well.
He's right up there, no question about it, Ryan. 23 home runs, 79 ribby.
And his brother, Corey Seager, a rookie with the Dodgers, made the National League All-Star team. He is having an unbelievable year. I believe he homered again today.
Well, that was kind of anticipated, right?
Yeah.
Talked up, coming up. Corey Seager, Kyle's brother. He hasn't disappointed the Dodger fans.
Came up the end of last year and was outstanding, and he has continued it right into his first full season with the Dodgers. The payoff, inside ball 4, and Gardner works the walk. So Gardner is on. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury yesterday set the Yankees up to potentially tie the game in the 8th inning when he stole his first base since July 19th. They were unable to get that run across in the 8th. Gardner also with the speed has not been running with great frequency. We've seen that over the last couple of years. Brett's always been a little bit hesitant.
With 13 stolen bases, only caught twice. Still got the speed to steal.
Swing and a miss from Ellsbury. Gardner's last stolen base was on July 17th. Grounded to short. Could be two. Cano across his body in time, and that'll end the inning. A 6-4-3 DP, and Robbie Cano turns it. Brought to you by Toyota. RAV4 Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the Yankees. We've tweeted, which wild card contender do you think is best equipped to win a one-game playoff, and why? DSF_9D tweets Seattle. King Felix on the mound for his first playoff game. He wouldn't let them go down. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag YankeesRAV4 Hybrid to keep the conversation going. And we take a look at the standings presented by Mazda. Driving matters. The Orioles have already won today, so the Mariners a game and a half behind the O's for that second wild card spot. The Red Sox and Blue Jays tied for the division and thus the first wild card spot. And the Yankees 4.5 back. And they will be facing the Orioles soon. Leonis Martin fights that off foul.
Well, they got the Red Sox 6 and the Orioles 9 or down the stretch. Let's see here. Yeah. 9 more with Baltimore and 6 with Boston. The unbalanced schedule makes 100% sense. You go down the stretch and you're looking at these teams and you're banging out against your division foes exactly the way it should be. Other than the Dodgers coming into Yankee Stadium in September 12th to 14th, it's all AL East teams.
You know, we've seen the NFL move to that. Obviously, it's a totally different scale, but at the end of the season now, finishing with only division opponents.
It makes complete sense.
Yep. Makes for compelling action at the end of a year as Pineda blows it by Martin for his 3rd strikeout of the evening.
Upstairs gas right there from Michael Pineda. Just here it is, hit it, gets ahead, good count. Elevates 96 by him. Big healthy cut from Leonis Martin.
Al, how important is that for Pineda, elevating the fastball?
Well, it's important for any pitcher, but to your point, Ryan, because of how effective and nasty his slider is, and he uses it a lot. I mean, his slider is his go-to out pitch. That sight is lower in the zone, right? The slider goes down. So if you can elevate the eyesight of a hitter to see 95, 96 up in their face, then that slider, to the tune of 39% this year, Michael Pineda has thrown to major league hitters at a .212 batting average. That was a bit more of like a cutter. He'll throw occasional cutter. So Pineda, here it is almost 50% fastballs. Then he throws 39% slider, 8.5% changeup. Cutter, as we just saw that one, a little over 3%. So that's kind of his variance. But he's an attack guy, and if you can elevate upstairs and you get that slider down there like that, you're changing speeds and obviously eyesight. What's it, a 10-mile-an-hour difference?
Right.
With a nasty late break.
Joe Girardi said he thought he may use a few more changeups tonight because of all the left-handed hitters in the Mariners lineup.
I mean, I like that. I mean, you know, 9% on the year up to tonight's game is the changeup.
Marte went around. Sanchez couldn't tag him. Now floated to first. And Pineda has struck out 3 straight. 2-3 on the put out there from Sanchez.
I mean, I think that was just a good example of how difficult it is. It was like a little cricket kind of a paddle swing here from Marte trying to hold up. But again, Ryan, to your point, elevated high fastball, and it's not just a mediocre heater. I mean, he's touching mid to upper 90s. And every hitter is saying, okay, I know he's got that slider. When's he going to throw it? And you mentioned Joe Girardi saying about his changeup.
Driven in the air to center. Ellsbury twists back. He's there. A 1-2-3 inning for Michael Pineda. And that'll set the table for Gary Sanchez. He bats in the 4th. He's already gone yard tonight. What will this baby bomber do next? We find out next here on Yes. Service delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to App Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. On the Audi scoreboard, the Yankees a 2-0 lead as Gary Sanchez looks at ball 1. If you missed Sanchez's first at bat, that's right, you missed another home run, his 7th. Since August 10th, Sanchez tied with Mark Trumbo and Charlie Blackmon for the most homers in baseball. 1-1. Breaking ball inside, 2-1. That caught a little more of the plate, maybe dangerous.
That was left a little too far in.
The 2-1. Ripped. There. Inside third. Karams off the wall. Will Sanchez try for 2? Takes a big turn. He's going to have to hurry back. And he will hold on with a hard hit single.
Just got a fastball down, just keeping it inside the third base line. Watch just the barrel quickness to the ball. Laz Diaz, third base umpire, sees it right over the bag as it did roll.
Now, Meredith, Gary Sanchez picked up some hardware today as the American League Player of the Week, and I know you had a chance to catch up with him.
He sure did, and he told me when he walked in the ballpark he was informed that he was named American League Player of the Week, and he told me when he got here to the big leagues his main focus was on just working hard and trying to help the team win. I said, is there any part of your game right now that you're particularly pleased with? And he added he feels good about the defense, he feels good about the offense, but what makes him the most happy right now is the fact that he's contributing to wins. He's a team guy. He's excited about the fact that he is getting this opportunity and has been able to produce thus far.
He's saying all the right things, too. And just like that, the fact that he's focusing on the winning aspect of it rather than the individual accolades, as Gregorius finds the hole with a hard slap to right, and the Yankees have their first two on here in the fourth. Now, Meredith, I know you also chatted with Tony Pena about Gary Sanchez for a while today, and I don't think any of us have really gotten to hear Tony talk about Sanchez. We've all sort of been curious what his observations have been.
Well, a couple of things stood out when I spoke to Pena. First of all, he could not say enough about the way Gary Sanchez has worked. He said the biggest difference from when the Yankees signed him, and he was early on, and to now is his work ethic has just gotten better and better. And a lot of that comes with maturity. He was a young kid when he was first in the organization. He grew up not only as a man, but as a baseball player. And Pena just saying that all that hard work has paid off. But the thing that stuck out for him is the way he's been able to call games. He emphasized the fact that you can't understand how hard it is for a young player to come up to this league and to not only retain a scouting report, but make changes throughout the course of the game. And that is something that the Yankees are really, really happy about, the way Gary Sanchez has done that. It's clear that the pitchers feel confident throwing to him. It's clear that he has confidence in what he is trying to do to try to get hitters out. And Pena also added that he's taking charge, and it has been unbelievable to watch. It is only going to get better and better when it comes to Sanchez.
I think we'd all like to see what better looks for Gary Sanchez, Al. I mean, it's been pretty good thus far.
Yeah, I mean, you know, where else can you go? I like, you know, Meredith talking with Tony Pena is as good as it was back in the day as far as defensively. And for him to give him the kudos of how he's handling the pitching staff and calling games, understanding scout report, that also transcends to leadership. It's a leadership position, right? How many catchers or managers in baseball? It's littered, and he gets it. And guess what? He's 23 years old. He's a kid.
Really young. Signed at 16, as Meredith talked about, in the organization for a long time, cultivating, maturing. Castro will call time. Castro homered in his first at bat, took a hanger over the wall and left, his 16th home run. And this time waves and misses at a breaking ball for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Cody Martin just teased him with one fastball. You see the knuckle there in that replay. It's a knuckle curveball, and Starlin Castro just could not stay back enough. The home run he hit was a little bit more of a hanger and a harder off-speed pitch. Good pitch from Cody Martin.
Just the second start for Martin. He has worked down in the bullpen 5 times for the Mariners this year. And AAA Tacoma, a sub-4 ERA, a 9-7 record. Claimed off waivers from Oakland and finds himself in this spot. Scott Service saying he's pitched well enough that he deserves this opportunity both here and at AAA. McCann hits that hard. Cano gloves it, fires it. The double play is turned. Slick double play turn by Robinson Cano gets Martin out of the jam. On TV. Now you can stream them live on your mobile device using Fox Sports Go. Just download the app and sign in with your subscriber information. Fox Sports Go is available for DirecTV, Optimum, Time Warner Cable, Fios, and Frontier customers. The Yankees threaten again in the top of the fourth, but do not score. On the Audi scoreboard, the Yankee fan likes what he sees. 2-0 Bombers.
Got a combined 4 double plays so far early in the going here. Both Mariners and the Yankees.
You love seeing that.
I do. As a pitcher. 1 pitch, you get 2 outs.
Here's Seth Smith. He grounded into one of those double plays back in the first. Hit it hard right at Chase Headley and is behind 0-2. Chase Headley now moves to the right side of second for this shift. Didi Gregorius to the left side. That slap to the left side. Gardner's going to have to catch up with it. It'll go to the wall. Smith will pump the brakes at second with a leadoff double.
Well, mistake by Pineda. Up, out, over. Looks like a ball, but Seth Smith, a nice quality hitter, stays on the baseball, goes the other way. An 0-2 count, fastball up in the zone. So Gardner might have had the speed to cut that off as soon as it gets past him. Easy 12th double on the year for Seth Smith.
That sets the table for the dangerous 3-4-5 of the Mariners order. Only the Blue Jays and Orioles have had more home runs from their 3-4-5 hitters than the Mariners. You were wondering about that earlier. There you go.
Thank you. And I probably would have said Toronto.
Let's take a look at the Dodge hitters scouting report for Robinson Cano, Al.
Yeah, let's take a look, huh? Bounce back year, you know, the big trade from the Yankees, the 10-year, the big contract that he got to come out here to the Northwest. Kind of sputtered a little bit last year. He kind of turned it around in the last couple months. And then this year, the 290, 28 home runs, 79 RBIs, 3,500 total bases. He's the 5th player in the American League history to total 3,500 bases in his first 12 big league seasons, joining Joe DiMaggio, Al Simmons, Lou Gehrig, and Alex Rodriguez. And yeah, I think finally settled in Seattle. Sometimes it takes a guy, especially leaving New York or big media cities to kind of find your way. You're comfortable and you're happy where you are, and just talking to Robbie a little bit before batting practice and just seeing the behavior and attitude, and this is where I am. This is where I'm going to be. And little influx of new manager. He had Lloyd McClendon the first 2 years. Now Scott Service, new hitting coach and Edgar Martinez. Just kind of the settled feeling. And I don't know if he totally would admit it. Leaving New York, it's not easy. He was beloved there. He loved playing there. Fans loved him.
The 1-2. Grounded through the hole at short. Smith is going to have to stop at third. He was waiting to see if that got through. So now the Mariners with the runners on the corners with nobody out.
It looked like a defensive swing, but seeing the big shift, there's a big hole over there at shortstop with Didi playing more up the middle. That's kind of an emergency hack, but Robinson Cano is as good a hitter, and seeing that hole, you see the big gap right there. Tough fighting off the fastball away. Tries to really not do a whole lot and just direct it over to the left side and easily get the base hit.
He is not the hitter you would think there would be a shift on for, because he has such good back control to all field.
Well, especially, I mean, at that left center, when Robinson Cano was right all those years at the Yankees, he peppers left center field. Now, I don't know the metrics of what the Yankees have and charting, spray charts of what he does on the ground, but that looked pretty deliberate to me. Mostly, Ryan, with 2 strikes. Less than 2 strikes, no. He's trying to back leg and drive something right field.
So first real danger of the night for Michael Pineda. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning, Yankees with a 2-0 lead. First game of this 3-game set. Nelson Cruz struck out his first at bat. Swings and misses there in a slider.
Yeah, slider off the plate, nasty. Pineda getting ahead of these Mariner hitters. Of the 13 batters he's faced, 12 of them first pitch strike.
And that is in line with what he does. 4th in the majors in first pitch strike percentage. Just missed a little up, little out.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He cranked that up in 97 miles an hour just off the plate. So huge at bat early in this game, midway through the game.
Here's the 1-1 from Pineda. In there for a strike. It's 1-2.
Look down, but good call. Fastball inside. Watch Gary Sanchez setting up inside body line, trying to go inside. Now it looks like he stretched down there. It may have been low. From that angle, it did look low. Corey Blazer, home plate umpire, didn't see it that way. Those guys aren't happy about it.
Here's the 1-2 from Pineda. Blocked nicely by Sanchez.
Good job again. Textbook.
It's got to make Michael Pineda feel good to know he could throw that slider in the dirt wherever he wants. Sanchez is getting to it.
That's right. And you know what? There's always a little trepidation on the pitcher if he doesn't have that kind of confidence in his catcher. The ball go back to the screen. It's a run.
Pineda delivers the 2-2. Grounded to Headley. He'll look at third and get the runner in a rundown. Sanchez drops it, picks it up, fires. Gregorius on the tag. Unorthodox, but effective. A fielder's choice, 5-2-6 to cut down Smith.
Well, watch here, Seth Smith. It's a chopper almost right in front of home plate. You see Chase Headley. He looks at him. He's thinking, hey, I'm going to get a double play out of this. Seth Smith wandered too far. The right decision by Chase Headley. Gary Sanchez dropped it. I don't know if he pulled his head off of it, but Didi being in a good position there. Just a little snow cone action. 5-2-6. Put out at third base. The deliberate throw. You see now this case right here, when he dropped it, what Cano was trying to do is to get to third base if Smith was able to get in the rundown.
And if Didi doesn't catch that, Headley may catch it, but I don't think he's going to tag out Smith before he gets to third. Would have been a lot closer at least.
Was it a little bit odd that Didi was actually in the play? Because Chase Headley, after he threw it, his next responsibility is get back to third base.
So the Yankees cut down Smith, and now Pineda with first and second, one out, and Seager, who singled his first at bat. And now Seager ahead in the count 2-0. The 2-0. Outside 3-0. Adam Lind is on deck.
It's a tightrope that you do as a pitcher when you face such a potent offense or good players as in Cano, Cruz, and Seager, as we're talking. He got behind 2-0 count, pulled the string again, trying to get me over, slider missed.
He's swinging, and that's why. Craig to center, Ellsbury back, looking up, it's gone. On a 3-0 pitch, Kyle Seager delivers a 3-run bomb, and it's 3-2 Mariners.
He pitched around and the 2-0 count with the slider to get the 3-0. Seager, as good as he is, leads this team in RBIs at 80, now 83. Had the green light, as he should. Got the heater middle of the plate. Deposited straightaway center of the 401 sign. The year that Kyle Seager, 24 home runs. That's middle center cut. Pineda just hoping, did it go far enough? And unfortunately for the Yankees, it did.
And there is that mistake that has been a bugaboo for Michael Pineda all year. The 22nd home run he's allowed. Joe Girardi was talking about how he could have so many great numbers like the ones we were talking about, first pitch strike, swing and misses, but have such a bloated ERA. He said it's one of those years where when he makes a mistake, it goes out of the yard. He's not getting away with it as Lind goes down on strikes. We'll take a look at Michael Pineda's reaction.
Yeah, you see that's middle of the plate. I do not believe that Michael Pineda thought that Kyle Seager was tanking there. No way. Not the middle lineup guy that's one of their more potent hitters. He just got a perfect pitch right down the middle.
Kyle Seager now 3 for 5 on 3-0 counts this season. That was his first home run, though.
Now, when I say that, Ryan, not every hitter, even with the green light, feel comfortable. There are a lot of guys I heard, you know, that they just don't like swinging 3-0. And now with you citing that 3 for 5, let him fly. And I like it. I mean, if you're, as a pitcher, I was always conscious of who would be the guys that would be swinging on a 3-0 count.
Lifted in the air to left center. Ellsbury is there to end the inning, but not before Kyle Seager puts the Mariners in front. He got the green light and delivered. It's 3-2 Seattle. Brought to you by Montefiore, doing more in state-of-the-art healthcare. Steven Strasburg placed on the 15-day DL with a sore right elbow, having a terrific season. No structural damage, but they need to get him right for the playoffs.
Well, they do. You listen to Dusty Baker just saying, hey, we want to make sure he is right for the push.
The Cadillac scoreboard, 3-2 Seattle.
They're 23 games over 500, right?
And with that starting pitching, if he's healthy, they pose a real threat to the Cubs. The 2-0. Judge hits that hard to short. Marte across for the first out. Here is Headley. Struck out in his first at bat. Now all of a sudden Cody Martin pitching with a lead. After giving up a solo homer to Gary Sanchez in the first, a homer to Starlin Castro in the second, and the Yankees threatening with first and second and nobody out in the fourth. Martin got out of that damage. His offense rewarded him in the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, all 5 runs are come on home runs. Solo home runs. Sanchez, Castro, 3-run homer by Kyle Seager.
Headley looks at strike 2. The 1-2. Chop to first. Lind steps on the bag. 2 out.
He was right on the line, Adam Lind. And that's because of the shift with Robinson Cano playing almost deep where his first baseman plays. He's right on the line. He's protected against a ball that would be 6 feet foul. That's what you see late in the game. No doubles.
Score 1 for the sabermetricians. There's Tyler Austin, grounded out to third in his first at bat. Austin grounds another to third. Quick inning for Martin. A 1-2-3 frame. By Bank of America. Life's better when we're connected. By People's United Bank NA, where mobile cash management keeps your business at hand. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2016 models. A gorgeous sunset here in Seattle. On the Cadillac scoreboard, the Mariners a 3-2 lead over the Yankees, courtesy of Kyle Seager's 3-run homer. On a 3-0 pitch in the fourth. Michael Pineda back to work against 8-9-1 in the Mariners order. Leonis Martin swings and misses. Now you're talking about the change in regime for the Mariners happening at all levels, ownership, GM, and manager. And the Mariners players just rave about Scott Service, their new manager. Talk about a completely different feel of chemistry and energy in the clubhouse since he has taken over. Very positive outlook. August 1st, after they had lost a couple of tough games and got through the trade deadline, he gathered the team, and a lot of them have pointed to a speech he gave as sort of a turning point as Martin held up. And he said, look, trade deadline's behind us. Now it's time to go. It's time to start taking the chances you need to win. Play smart, but I don't want you guys playing afraid to fail. I need you to play loose. It's time to go for it. And they have been one of the better teams in baseball from there forward. On the outside corner, strike 3. Fifth K for Michael Pineda. Scott Service spent 11 years in the majors as a catcher. Was the Rangers senior director of player development during that time when Texas ended up fostering a lot of talent down there. Then the Angels assistant general manager with Jerry Dipoto, and then Dipoto bringing him over as his manager in his first year as the GM here. A slap single into left field for Ketel Marte.
Take a look at that last pitch to Leonis Martin. Martin barking at home plate umpire Corey Blazer. Let's take a look at where he was complaining about it. Backdoor slider. It's not where he catches it. And Martin has a little gripe thinking that ball was down, and he let Corey Blazer get a few of his words.
Here's Nori Aoki with the Giants a season ago. Last year was the toughest hitter in the majors to strike out.
What was his strikeout rate?
The rate I cannot give you right away.
All right, maybe not rate. I don't know.
But I can give you how many times he struck out. Would you like that?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Would that satisfy you? He struck out just 25 times in his 392 plate appearances.
Hey, that to me, that's a leadoff guy. You got to fight, take pitches, not strike out, put the ball in play. He's quick.
He's got on-base percentage in his career of over 350. In the air to center. Ellsbury dance in for the second out.
Well, this year only 35 strikeouts with the 336 plate appearances or at bats coming into tonight's game. 25 walks for Aoki.
They have a well-balanced lineup. Seth Smith got things started in the fourth with a double. Was eventually cut down on a rare 5-2-6 fielder's choice. But the Mariners ended up plating 3 runs on the Seager homer.
Just to listen to what you were saying and showing the bio of Scott Service and a good guy, baseball guy. But, you know, the thing that strikes me players like Scott Service. He had a nice big league career, 11 years. He was a .245 hitter. Really didn't start every game. The most games he ever caught was with the Cubs, 129 games. So he was kind of a platoon guy. They get it. You know, your superstar guys that end up being managers or coaches, it's hard for them to relate sometimes.
Grounded to Castro. In shallow right. He will throw out Smith for this final out of the inning. So Pineda strands one. We go to the 6th. Take on the Orioles. The first 18,000 guests 21 and older will receive a Yankees mason jar courtesy of Budweiser. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window. Yankees clubhouse shops are called Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Michael Pineda with one big mistake, a 3-run homer from Kyle Seager. Otherwise, has pitched well tonight. Cody Martin gave up a couple of solo home runs, one to Gary Sanchez, one to Starlin Castro. Has settled in a bit. Will face 1, 2, and 3 in the Yankee order.
Kind of has the same feel from yesterday's game down in Anaheim, Ryan, where Jolie Chassin, who didn't have good ERA, didn't have good numbers coming in, shut down the Yankees in a 2-0 loss. So he had 6 hits. And I say similar because Cody Martin, you know, I haven't seen the ball 90, changing speeds. He's got a little cutter, he's throwing that little 84-mile-an-hour cutter in on the lefties, which has been effective. But he's here. This is a guy that uses 4 different pitches and has to get ahead. He's got to hit the glove.
Making just his 2nd start of the year and his 4th career start. The 2-1 fouled straight back from Gardner. 2-2.
Well, Cody Martin, he was 2011 7th rounder by the Atlanta Braves. I said his father played for the Atlanta Braves back in the day. Chuck Martin
was in the organization in 1984 and 85.
Played against Glavine and Ronnie Gant.
Gardner loops that left side, bare hand in time from Seager. Nifty play by the 3rd baseman, pulled towards shortstop.
Well, that's a nice play because he fields his ball right in front of where the shortstop would field the ball, knowing he's got to have a quick snap throw. Bang, bang play at first base. Brett Gardner, good speed, and the Mercedes-Benz Yesmo quickly Transfer, strong throw, nice play by Kyle Seager. Picked that ball up by his bare hand, just again knowing instincts, who's running, how much time I have. Nice play.
If he goes to the glove,
the transfer, you're right.
Yeah, he may not get him.
Yeah. And again, that's a smart baseball player. No, who's up? What do I have to do? How much time do I have?
Ellsbury ropes that to right. A 1-out single for Jacoby Ellsbury, who's on for the first time tonight. And also on in front of Gary Sanchez.
That ball was well struck. Fastball down in the zone. Jacoby Ellsbury reached down and got it.
You see the numbers for Sanchez. Most home runs since August 10th. Tied with Mark Trumbo and Charlie Blackmon. Trumbo went yard again today.
He did.
Weren't you telling me before the game his last 4 hits have been home runs? Trumbo?
Yeah.
It was either you telling me that or your son Jack, who's here. One of you.
Oh, I'm going to say Jack's got you, but definitely he probably told you.
Jack's on it. He's all over it.
A little research man.
And an up-and-coming right-hander. Nick Vincent getting going in the Mariners bullpen. Mariners have a very strong bullpen, especially at the back end. Their young closer Edwin Diaz has been unreal. 3-2. He could score 3-2. First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, okay, good. I thought I missed a few pitches. You talk about unreal, Ryan. You're right. Edwin Diaz, I mean, solidified this bullpen. 65 strikeouts in 35 innings. Throwing 101 miles an hour.
The 0-1. The outside corner. I fooled you there with that full count, huh?
When you said full count, I was like, wait a minute, he threw over to first.
You ever do that? You look up at the bug and you mistake the score for the count? I mean, it happens.
Do it all the time.
Sanchez 2 for 2. Outside 2-1 on Gary Sanchez.
Well, this is the huge pitch right here. Fastball count for a guy that's been throwing every pitch at his arsenal. 2-1 count. Let's see what he does here with Gary Sanchez. It's one of those moments of be careful, make a pitch.
The 2-1 is down 3-1.
Yeah, that's respect right there already in this young man's big league career. Gary Sanchez getting a 2-1 curve on the dirt.
Didi Gregorius on deck. He singled hard in his last at bat. So Sanchez ahead in the count, 3-1. Ellsbury on first, 1 out here in the 6th. Sanchez crushes that. Deep left center field, and that ball is gone. Gary Sanchez continues to amaze. Are you kidding me? Second home run of the game for the Yankee phenom.
Wow. No, Ryan. Nobody's kidding you here. Gary Sanchez in his young big league career is for real. That was a 3-1 heater up out over the plate. Wow.
They're going to start calling him the Sanchez pretty soon.
Scoot.
4-3 Yankees. He is not missing anything.
His first home run, little breaking ball that stayed in. This is a 3-1 heater up out over the plate. Gets his foot down the path through the middle of the plate. Left center, right center approach. It's a bomb. Wow. I mean, really impressive. Watch this here. Little leg kick, puts it down, timing perfect. Center cut, middle of the plate, belt high. Impressive hitter.
Gregorius down on strikes. It's amazing watching him do this right now.
Well, it's a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the pitch by pitch right here. Heater, middle of the plate, just misses. See Sanchez, big swing, slider, down off the plate. Now that was the fastball he watched. 2-1 count. Goes with the slider, curveball in the dirt in a 3-1 count. After the 2-1 slider, he comes with a heater down the middle. A mistake for sure for a guy who's as hot as anybody in a big league batter's box.
Wouldn't give in on 2-1.
Right.
Did give in on 3-1.
Exactly. First pitch, big healthy cut on a fastball, and then he went breaking ball, fastball off the plate, and breaking ball. And in a 3-1 count, he gets a heater down the middle.
He is a beast.
Watch this here. What I like about it is that hands come down. He's got the leg kick, but it's not a pull off, left shoulder pull off trying to hit a home run to left field. That's a center field approach, left center, right center approach. The barrel's going to stay through the zone longer. Yeah, he'll be fooled. And is he going to be hitting at what's he now? 360. What the heck's he hitting?
No, higher than that. It's 3 for 3.
Well, he was 361 coming in tonight, right?
Right. Add a 3 for 3 to the ledger.
I had to put the gazintas on that. You got the number?
Someone will get us the number.
391. Yeah, come on.
You hang that on the fridge.
Hey, you get a guy like that that has damage potential, home run.
He is must-watch TV. Castro takes ball 3. Count full on Starlin Castro. He also has gone deep today. A solo shot in the second. All the runs in this game have come via the homer. 2 shots from Sanchez, 1 from Castro, a 3-run shot from Kyle Seager. Castro drives that to center and deep. Martin back, looking up. He did it again. Starlin Castro with a bomb to straightaway center. And the Yankees have gotten multi-home run games from Sanchez and Castro.
Wow. We have 8 runs, all via the home run. That's a cutter, middle of the plate. Castro knew it. Center of the field. Leonis Martin, the center fielder, knew it. Watch this here. 3-2, middle. And the ball's flying here. Safeco. Years ago, if you remember, I mean, this was a place you couldn't hit him out. Not this year. Almost the same rate or more than Camden Yards this year. 62 games. That's how 177 home runs, Ryan. Almost 3 per game. 2.85. Camden Yards a little bit less than that.
Amazing.
And I say that because this was a place where you didn't sign here as a hitter because it was hard to hit it out.
No.
And I know they moved the fences here at Safeco. In 2013, they brought it in from basically left field all the way over to right center. biggest change in dimension here is in the left center field. They brought it in 17 feet. And tonight, other than Sanchez's first home run that hit the top of the wall, all of them were long gone.
3-2 inside, ball 4. And you have to wonder if that'll do it for Martin. It looks like it will. So Martin skated by until the 6th, but then Sanchez and Castro got him again. And now Scott Service will come and grab him and make the Verizon call to the bullpen. The Yankees with a 5-3 lead, and the Mariners not out of the 6th yet. Goes yard for the 2nd time of the night. First you dance, and then you find someone you can pick up and you take them down the dugout.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
You notice Didi didn't try that with Aaron Judge.
No.
So the Mariners have gone to Nick Vincent. He was warming at the beginning of this inning, but not coming in until after a lot of damage has been done. A 2-run homer from Sanchez, his 2nd of the game. Starling Castro's 2nd home run of the game, and now Judge skies one to center. That will stay in the yard. Martin under it to end the inning. But this has been the Sanchez and Starling show. First it was Gary, then Castro followed suit. They weren't done. More damage in the 6th. These boys from the Bronx are bombing, and they lead 5-3. By T-Mobile, the Royals have won 8 straight. Their offense pouring it on, and they have gotten unbelievable pitching during this 8-game winning streak. A 1.34 ERA, and they have now made themselves relevant in the American League wildcard race.
Yeah, after a tough start, here they are pushing 8 games back at Cleveland. Looks like Cleveland's got a pretty nice hold on the Central. It's going to be interesting, Ryan, down the stretch. We got another, what, week, 8 days to go before September 1, expanded roster.
Yep. And I would imagine that the Royals are a team that everyone else doesn't want to see getting hot like this, the way they've been over the last couple of years in the postseason. It's interesting, though, Al, and we see this sometimes. So many teams playing well at this time of year who are in the race. The Yankees have won 5 of 6 series. The Mariners, best record in the AL since the All-Star break. The Royals winning 8 straight.
I was going to say, I mean, you mentioned about Kansas City. You know, there's always a guy or two that, you know, you didn't anticipate. Danny Duffy, what he's been doing now for Kansas City, the left-hander who had some injury troubles, and what he's been able to do. But ultimately, in the end, when you say that, Ryan, you got to get good pitching. I get it here. We're watching 8 runs that are scored, all via the home run here tonight. 4 home runs by the young Yankee hitters. You look at the series in Anaheim, right? I mean, 3 well-pitched starting games.
Yankees gave up just 3 runs that entire series.
Tanaka was excellent. Sessa so impressed. Well, Chad Green ended up losing 1-0, but he pitched well as well.
That was actually just the 2nd time in the last 7 seasons that the Yankees allowed 3 runs or fewer in a series of at least 3 games. So yes, well, the pitching.
It's a different lineup up here. Anaheim was struggling. The Angels were struggling offensively, defensively, pitching. Winning 2 of 3. It's nice to always win a series.
Cano slaps that into right field. 3rd hit of the game for Robinson Cano. Take a look at tonight's pitch count. It's brought to you by the Acura Summer of Performance event. And Michael Pineda's pitch count very much in check. Strong ratio.
Yeah, I mean, other than the 3-0 mistake, I guess we're going to call it a mistake. I can't wait for Meredith to ask him after in the post game. You know, what was I'm going to guarantee he's thinking, yes, this guy's swinging. He ended up throwing middle of the plate. I mean, Ryan, of the 21 batters he's faced, 18 of them first pitch strikes. That's what you try to establish. 74 pitches here. This is very economical, especially in this day and age.
Economical, and yet Tommy Lane, Anthony Swarzak, both up in the Yankee pen right now. We see Lane for Seager.
Possibly. Well, and they got a decision to make of Seager, and then you got Lind, left-hander behind him.
The 0-1 popped up. A mile high. Castro. 1 out.
No Lane for Seager. But back to the, you know, the under the radar guy, whoever that is. I mean, you know, is it fair to say Gary Sanchez?
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
guys in the minor leagues.
Right. A lot of times you need that in a pennant race, the unexpected production from somewhere.
Always, always.
You think about the year the Yankees had Aaron Small and Sean Chacon.
Look at you dropping that. Aaron Small. What did he, 10-0 when he came up?
10-0. And Chacon was excellent as well. Need those guys, because even if you think Gary Sanchez is going to be a mainstay, you're not expecting him to come up and hit like this.
390? No,
right.
Of course not. No,
exactly.
I like this right here. I mean, this is where this young man is recognizing that, you know, this is an important position, of course, but to know your pitch to step, to get your pitchers to trust what you're doing. like that right there. Even there, sees Pineda turn around, gives a fist pump in his glove. Come on, you got good stuff. Fight through this. And midway through a game, a tough game, close game, 5-3.
Nice breaking ball over the outside corner.
And it's those reminders, Ryan, because, you know, pitchers know. They know every single major league hitters that did Kyle Seager. You show those numbers. He knows there's damage there. But to stay on it and mentally recognize, I got to make a pitch here. This is the most important pitch right here. And that's it. It's pages of a book. Click, click, click. And that's where you see somebody when they're inconsistent. On Michael Pineda, when you look at his stuff, throwing 95, 96, his slider, his snapdragon, swing and miss stuff. You know, to give up the home runs that we were talking about. 22 home runs on the season now. Don't have mental breakdown. Mental lapses, if you will.
How about here when you're behind 3-1 to the guy who took you yard 3-0?
Are you asking what I'm throwing? I'm not throwing a heater.
Try and sneak that slider back door again.
And if I do, it's got to be a quality fastball. And you have to know that you have a guy that can go yard ball. He just took you deep. If you're going heater, you don't run that two-seamer away. If he's going to hit a home run, he's got to go left field.
Looks like it is a heater. 3-1. Ooh,
slider.
Slider?
Yeah, a little back. I think it has slider action. I know he throws changeups, but that didn't look. That had a slider break to it.
Way out in front.
Pineda's changeup 8%. It may have been.
And so he throws that 3-1. What does he go with 3-2?
Same pitch.
Yep. Fouled it off.
Definitely something off speed. Pulled the string out. Watch here. This got down and away break, but it also cuts. See Seager out in front of it.
Here's another payoff from Pineda. This time he missed away with that slider. Didn't give in, and Seager walks. So now first and second with one out. And even though the pitch count very manageable, Joe Girardi looks like he's going to turn to his bullpen. Adam Lynn due up, and Girardi will call on Tommy Lane. Big spot for Lane as Pineda's night is done. It's been a big night for Gary Sanchez and Starlin Castro, a couple of homers apiece. And Michael Pineda with an early exit, the pitch count intact. I mean, 83 pitches. He's given up some hard hit balls tonight, including a 3-run homer from Kyle Seager. And now he departs after 5 1/3. Gives way to Tommy Lane with runners on first and second and 1 out.
Obviously a big spot here for Tommy Lane. This is what lefty specialists are paid to do, to come in and get the key left-handed batter out. And Joe Girardi feeling better about this matchup than keeping Pineda in with somewhat of a manageable 83 pitches here in the 6th inning.
No doubt the biggest matchup that Lane has had yet in his young Yankee career. The 0-1 from Lane. Swing and a miss and a foul tip there. So it's 0-2 on Adam Lind. Mike Zunino is on deck as Michael Pineda, you can tell, very jittery as he watches this inning.
Tommy Lane came in the 2nd game down in Anaheim against the Angels. Ended up pitching an inning, strikeout and walk, scoreless inning.
The 0-2. Barely cued foul on a sweeping hook.
Yeah, that's what he's got, Tommy Lane. He did a nice job with the Red Sox. They ended up letting him go. Yankees picked him up. He's got 42nd appearance overall this year. It's his 8th appearance as a Yankee. That's that sweeper, cross sidearm, lefty slider. Tough for left-handed hitters to stay in there. See if he throws it again.
The 0-2. Popped up, shallow right. Castro out, makes the play for the 2nd out. And now will Joe Girardi go to the righty? Looks like he will. So a big out there from Tommy Lane, and his night will be done. Another big spot for a middle reliever coming up. It's Anthony Swarzak, who will be tasked with getting the final out of this 6th with 2 on and 2 out. Another season of Manchester City FC on Yes. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, relive Man City's first away match of the season at Stoke City. That's right here on Yes. Big spot here for Anthony Swarzak. Joe Girardi first trusting Tommy Lane against Adam Lind. And Lane looked excellent against Lind. Got him to pop out to Starlin Castro, and now here comes Swarzak. This year, righties have actually hit Swarzak better than lefties, although he hasn't had many at-bats against left-handers.
Anthony Swarzak coming in yesterday's game in a 2-0 loss to the Angels.
Check that. 246 against righties, 278 against lefties for Swarzak. Throws ball 1. Swarzak got 3 flyouts to left in his clean inning in Anaheim. Trying to get a big out here against Zunino. That's fouled away. 1-1. Zunino has homered in each of his last 2 games. One on the outside corner, framed nicely by Sanchez. 1-2.
Yeah, it's a good pitch right there, corner. Let's see where here Sanchez setting up. It's a little off the plate. Got the call from Corey Blazer, home plate umpire.
Swarzak ahead 1-2 with 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th. The 1-2. That one's too far off. Sanchez tried to pull it back. 2-2.
Little quick pitch from Swarzak.
Swarzak delivers the 2-2. Blocked by Sanchez and the count full. 3-2. There is no one else throwing in the Yankee bullpen right now. So even if Swarzak was to lose Zunino, it's going to be him who's going to have to work out of this. Runners will go. Full count. 2 outs to pitch. Driven in the air to right and deep. Back goes Judge to the wall. It's gone. A 3-run homer for Mike Zunino, and the Mariners take a 6-5 lead.
Wow. I mean, it is a home run derby here tonight at Safeco. A slider that ended up being middle, up, out over the plate. You see after the pitch, and Pineda obviously not happy, getting taken out here in the 6th inning. Zunino putting the Mariners up on top of the Yankees, 6-5 here.
Well, Anthony Swarzak, who has really struggled in his Yankee career, just gave up his 10th home run in just 28 innings pitched. Castro picks the hop, but the damage is done. Once again, Swarzak victimized by the long ball, and the Yankees down by 1. homer charging up this ballpark as he took Anthony Swarzak deep.
Yeah, that's just a pitch up out over the plate. And listen, Anthony Swarzak, he's fastball slider guy, 2 pitches. We mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast how Michael Zunino got sent down and was a much better hitter. He's hot. He stayed on this ball, just kept carrying. He thought Aaron Judge maybe had a shot, easily hitting a home run over there right field, and Pineda clearly not happy. Why would he?
What are you thinking, Al? If you're a starter, you have a 5-3 lead, you're only at 83 pitches, and you get taken out in that situation, and then watch the inning unfold as it did, so that now on the GMC scoreboard it's 6-5 Mariners.
All right, so I mean, first of all, I'd never want to get taken out, and I'm the wrong guy to ask that, Ryan, because I was a guy who threw a boatload of pitches. It's a different era with the way managers manage. The bullpens matter more. You know, the way I saw it, how it played out for me with Kyle Seager, he made the mistake in the 4th inning and left a 3-0 pitch for the 3-run homer in the 4th. Same scenario, Kyle Seager, he's got 1 out, and he threw a breaking ball. He threw off speed to walk him. But to me, that was a managed walk. You know, there's a walk when you're missing command, or you're just missing. Pineda, that was a pitch that he said, hey, listen, if I walk Seager, I'll start over with Lynn.
Almost like he was penalized for doing the right thing there.
You know, I mean, listen, Joe Girardi, I mean, I know it's not, Chapman, Miller, and Betances, so you got a different look, obviously, right? I mean, Tommy Lane, lefty specialist, and then he brings in the righty Swarzak to get Zunino. And that's kind of the blueprint of what managers do today, matching up from 6th inning on. That's where it is. You see it across baseball.
You're seeing it early in this case, though, because it's not even matching up with Clipper, Warren, Betances for your starter. In this case, matching up with Tommy Lane and Anthony Swarzak.
With your starting pitcher has 83 pitches with 1 out in the 6th.
Headley down again on strikes. He is 0 for 3.
Seems like a changeup, some kind of little off speed out in front. You see Headley just out in front of that pitch.
And so now the Yankees, who rode an emotional 6th inning with a 2-run homer from Gary Sanchez to give them the lead, and then a solo shot from Starlin Castro after trying to restart the engines down 1. Here's Tyler Austin. He's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs to 3rd. The 0-1, 0-2. The 0-2, fouled straight back here. Vincent has allowed the long ball this year, as Vidal Nuno and Steve Cishek warming. Nuno, of course, the former Yankee. Vincent had allowed just 8 homers total his first 4 years with San Diego. This year, he has allowed 9.
Well, the way this game is going, with the amount of home runs that's flying out of here at Safeco, I don't believe we're done yet.
The 0-2. Sky-high fly ball down the right field line. O'Malley into the stands. Did he make the play? He did. Oh my, what a play by Sean O'Malley. Just coming in as a defensive replacement and showing why.
Wow. Home runs, great plays. Got to the wall. This ball kept slicing into the foul territory. Catches it on a leap and then falls into the first row. Highlight reel for sure.
That is a terrific play from Sean O'Malley. It's going to end the night of Nick Vincent. 2 outs here in the 7th, and the Mariners going back to the pen.
In for defensive replacement is Seth Smith. This play right here, diving full extension into the front row. That guy, I guess, trying to get out of the way. Nobody's seated there. Friendly territory here at his home ballpark. Heck of a play by Sean O'Malley. Wow.
Trying to do his best Brett Gardner impression from the other night in Anaheim.
Right, Brett Gardner with Ellsbury center field.
Seeing some unbelievable catches from outfielders on this trip. We saw Benintendi for the Red Sox do that tonight as well. Bob Loren showed us that outstanding catch from the young Red Sox rookie. And here's Vidal Nuno, former Yankee. Work against Brett Gardner. Strike one. A well-rested Edwin Diaz looms in the Mariners bullpen. Their 22-year-old closer who has electric stuff.
Yeah, yesterday's loss, the Mariners gave up 4 in the 9th to lose to the Brewers, and Tom Wilhelmsen blew it, giving Edwin Diaz a day off. So yeah, he'd be ready to go tonight.
The 0-2. Pushed foul. The 0-2. Smoked up the middle, a base hit for Brett Gardner. Now Jacoby Ellsbury hits, and of course, if Ellsbury can get on, that would give Gary Sanchez a chance here in the 7th. Ball one. The 1-0. Castro already a couple of home runs tonight, along with Gary Sanchez. And it's been a back and forth game. Talk about this being an important series, big games. Both teams have talked about it. It has felt like that thus far tonight.
And electric, right? I mean, fireworks going off. 5 home runs, 4 by the Yankees.
Ellsbury pops it up. Down the right field line, a long run for Cano way out there, and he makes the play. That's about as far as you will see a second baseman go into the outfield to make a grab, and Cano gets it done. The Yankees strand one and trail by 1. To deal with come October. Take a look at the game summary brought to you by Nissan. The Yankees have used the long ball. 2 homers apiece from Gary Sanchez and Starlin Castro, but Kyle Seager and Mike Zunino each with 3-run homers. The latest off of Anthony Swarzak after Michael Pineda was pulled just 83 pitches in the 6th inning. With 2 on and 1 out, Tommy Lane came on, got an out, and then Swarzak to face the righty gave up the 3-run blow. On the GMC scoreboard, Seattle 6 and the Yankees 5. Now Swarzak remains out there because Joe Girardi doesn't want to go to Clippard or Warren right now, down in this game. Kirby Yates is warming in the Yankee bullpen. So yesterday we did see Adam Warren work in a 1-0 game where the Yankees were trailing. Swarzak trying to keep it right here. 1-2. Just missed. It's got to be hard for Swarzak too, Al, to stay locked in and go get big outs and keep this a 1-run game after the homer he allowed.
Yeah, it's disappointing to say the least. There's no doubt about it. But that's what you're paid to do, right? And he's been around a while. Starter back in the day with the Twins and now a reliever.
Swing and a miss. And Marte is down on strikes.
A couple good hitters right there. Previous pitch almost locked him up. Marte got the ball, and then Bayou 94 upstairs.
Now let's take another look at that Robinson Cano catch. Al, it's insane how far he had to go out.
Yeah, he just got after it, and I think Sean O'Malley just realized, hey, I'm going to let Cano do it, because I thought O'Malley was playing way right center field and looked kind of straight up to me. Amazing.
Totally agree, Al. I thought that O'Malley must have been way pulled to the gap with Cano going to get that ball, but he wasn't that far over.
You know, that's also part of the communication of middle infielders and their corner outfielders, all their outfielders, knowing what the capability of your second baseman there and what they want to do. And O'Malley just deferred to Robinson. What would you figure about that? 50 yards?
I mean, that was almost like the routine depth in right field where he caught that ball. Swing and a miss.
Nasty. Swarzak just going right after him. Fastball down in the zone.
Now here's O'Malley as Larry Rothschild will come to the plate. A couple of nice plays last inning. One from O'Malley and then that one from Cano. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Now in this case, Alice, is Larry just giving Swarzak the scouting report on O'Malley with 2 outs and nobody on?
I would think so. Listen, he just struck out 2 guys. Heredia, the last batter, and Martell is first. You get a new batter. You do go over the entire roster, but certainly here maybe they didn't really lean a whole lot on Sean O'Malley. Give him a little breather, and Yates, he hasn't thrown now in a while, so he's ready out in the Yankee bullpen. Wasn't to buy time.
This is an important out to get if you're Swarzak, because Robinson Cano is on deck. Swarzak falls behind 2-0.
You know, both pitches were off speed after really just attacking Marte and Heredia with his heater.
2-0. 3-0. So Swarzak a pitch away from walking O'Malley to bring up Cano. He walked him. And here comes Joe Girardi. Not an ideal night for Anthony Swarzak. And that'll mean the end of it. Kirby Yates will come on to face Cano when we come back. The Joe Girardi Show, as the skipper answers some tough questions about the grittiest players in Major League Baseball. It's all new Sunday at 5, only on Yes. Anthony Swarzak's night is done. He is responsible for O'Malley at first, and here comes Kirby Yates.
Recalled on Wednesday from Scranton Wilkes-Barre, AAA, Kirby Yates. His appearance on the 19th. Scoreless inning in Anaheim.
Cano had been scuffling a little bit of late, but he has come out of that tonight. He had been hitting .214 over his last 10 games, but he's 3 for 3 this evening.
Facing his old mates. Although when you look at this team, the way it's set up, not too many guys left that he played with.
Yeah. Big out here for Yates to get. As the Yankees try and keep this a one-run game. They will have 3, 4, 5 in their lineup up next inning, which means Sanchez, Didi, and Castro. Sanchez and Castro have each homered twice tonight. A lot of attention being paid to Sean O'Malley.
A couple little snap throws from Yates. He'll get an out here and not have to throw a pitch to Robinson Cano. Why not?
O'Malley with 5 stolen bases and 6 chances. There he goes. Sanchez's throw down in time. He unleashed the cannon again. Yates doesn't need to face Cano because Sanchez guns down O'Malley. And now he'll come to the plate. 2 homers already in tow and a 1-run deficit on the board. He leads off. Drop jaws.
I mean, it was a good pitch to run on, Ryan, but if we could get the jump that Sean O'Malley had, I mean, from this vantage point, I said there's no way he's going to get him. Quick snap tag by Didi, Well done on that end. Watch here, balls up and then popped them quickly. And again, O'Malley's jump was terrific. And then just a good pitch for Gary Sanchez. Makes the transfer hard, accurate, strong throw. Wow. He's doing it all. Watch the jump here. Not a huge lead, but a good jump. Sanchez's arm strong.
At some point, they're going to stop running. Now Sanchez up already 2 home runs tonight and a single as well. Facing Steve Cishek on the Hyundai scoreboard. The Mariners a 1-run lead. Cishek has been pitching through a left hip labrum tear this season. Went on the DL briefly.
You see the funk delivery that Steve Cishek has. At 25 saves this year.
1-1. Check swing on a breaking ball, and Sanchez behind the count 1-2.
Nasty slider. It's a sinker slider combination. That's what Cishek delivers, but so tough on right-handed batters. You see he's a almost sidearm. Funky leg kick. A couple years ago, 39 saves with the Marlins.
Here's the 1-2. Looped in the air, shallow center. Martinez, great speed, and he catches up with it. And Gary Sanchez is finally retired by the Mariners, but Meredith, again, another incredible display of his ability.
Really spot on defensively. We've seen what he can do offensively, but he told me earlier today it is still a learning process. He knows there is still room to grow up here in this game and feels as though he's at a big advantage having Tony Pena and Joe Girardi as his mentors. He said that is invaluable. They talk about everything from blocking to game calling. Even Brian McCann gets in there in the mix, and it's really been a huge help for Sanchez. McCann added that he hasn't seen a young catcher that good since he's been in the big leagues. He's fun to watch play. His ceiling is extremely high, and he's as good as advertised, an extremely hard worker at that.
It's got to make that whole transition too, Al, so much easier that Brian McCann has been so vocal about how great he thinks Sanchez is.
Yeah, first of all, Brian McCann, there he is right there. I mean, a great guy, great teammate. Yeah, does he want to be starting? No question about it. But when you have a special talent like what Gary Sanchez has shown in his early big league career, what else is he going to say?
You really couldn't say anything else. But what's amazing, Al, is for so long the perception was that the defense was a real question with him. As Gregorius waves and misses for the second out of the inning.
I mean, just watching him, I can't imagine it had been a question. You see Cishek here, just that nasty sidearm delivery that stays upstairs. I think it was really more about, and when you say maturity issue for Gary Sanchez, he's 23, still a young man. But to learn and understand the importance of calling a good game, understand the importance of the relationship with your pitchers. And that comes with experience, no question about it. And there's plenty more to learn. Are you kidding? He's got years of learning and making adjustments and modifying his game. It's just fun to watch. I mean, it's pure talent.
Castro held up. 2-0. Starlin Castro has also gone deep twice tonight. The last time 2 Yankees did that in the same game. October 3rd, 2012 against the Red Sox. It was Robinson Cano and Curtis Granderson. Yankees would love to see number 3 from Castro. Not going to get it there. 2-1. All the offense has come via the long ball. The 4 homers combined between Castro and Sanchez, and 2 3-run shots from the Mariners. Kyle Seager, and then a 2-out 3-run shot from Zunino in the 6th. Castro lifts that into right. O'Malley there. Inning over. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. The Mariners holding on to a 1-run lead. right now. Joe Girardi is going to come out and chat with the umpires. You saw Mike Harkey on the bullpen phone standing next to Tyler Clippard. Girardi going back into the dugout. Now Kirby Yates was on the mound when Gary Sanchez threw out Sean O'Malley to end the inning. O'Malley, make that Yates was facing his first hitter, Robinson Cano. Now will it be Yates who stays in, or is it going to be Clippard? It looks like Yates is going to trot back out there. It's very curious. So Kirby Yates has not yet thrown many of his warm-up pitches for this inning, and now Scott Service is going to say, whoa, 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 hold on a second, he can't do that.
I don't know, Ryan.
That's a bizarre one now.
I think Scott Service is saying, you know, whatever the reason why Kirby Yates, I'm not sure. I mean, we saw a picture of Mike Harkey in the bullpen, and it looked like they were waiting to see Joe's decision. And now Yates, I don't know whether he thought he was out of the game and went up into the clubhouse.
Now, Al, you have to face one batter when you come into the game from the bullpen, but there was a caught stealing when he was on the mound.
Right. So you got to
you got
your third of an inning.
That's right. You're responsible for a third of an out.
So does that not count as a plate appearance?
That's the only thing I can think of, but that would be.
I mean, listen.
That's a strange loophole in the rule. I don't think so, Al, because you still got an out when you were on the mound.
I've seen that before. Right.
Yeah, I feel like I have too. Right.
Throws a guy out, and then. I mean, my only guess is that maybe Yates thought he was out of the game, and they had to yell for him up in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then Scott Service was saying, "Wait a minute, time out. This take this long. He shouldn't be able to warm up."
And now Kirby Yates' gift is facing 3-4-5 in this Mariners order. On the Hyundai scoreboard, Seattle 6, Yankees 5. So Cano, Cruz, and Seager. Al, you think that Scott Service was saying, hey, he can come back out and pitch, but he can't warm up now?
I don't know what, now in this, day and age of baseball, that we're trying to pace a game, and, the amount of time in between innings, that could be that would be my guess. He's saying it took too long. He shouldn't be able to warm up.
This game had a little bit of everything.
Really?
Yeah, I know. The 1-1. Driven in the air to right center. Ellsbury back on the move, makes the catch.
Wow. Would you say this game has had a little bit of everything? I mean, you got a guy going in the stands. There's 6 home runs. This is on a full sprint. Look where Ellsbury starts. Slightly left center field. That's not a little high fly ball. That had some line drive to it. Ellsbury cutting, making up a lot of ground. That's a terrific play. Times it, gets to the track, 1, 2, 3 steps, crashes into the wall.
So allowed first out. Here's Cruz. Breaking ball strike. Still important for Yates to keep this right here. So the Yankees will go up against the young fireballer Edwin Diaz in the 9th. Although Diaz is coming off a shaky outing. Diaz looks as young as he is, 22 years old. We saw Mike Hampton there, their bullpen coach. The 0-2 in the dirt. The 1-2. Ooh, just missed inside. 2-2.
Good pitch right there from Kirby Yates. 95 on the knees. Just miss it inside. See if he sets him up here with that slider away. Nope, coming back in.
The 2-2. Inside, it's 3-2. Nobody throwing in the Yankee pen, although Clippard was last inning. Here's the payoff. Breaking ball fouled over the Yankee dugout. The payoff is crushed. Deep left. Gardner on the move. Not getting that one. Nelson Cruz with home run number 32 and some insurance for Seattle.
Well, this is just an unbelievable game. I actually, well, maybe not. I thought he broke his bat. He did, didn't he?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, that's not the crush of a ball that's hitting the home run. Wow.
This has been a wild game.
7 home runs and 12 runs scored combined.
Every run coming via the long ball. Mariners have been a home run hitting team all year. They're 4th in the majors. Yankees have been a home run hitting team over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a broken bat. A home run, broken bat.
That is incredible strength from Nelson Cruz. Well, it's interesting, Al, when the Mariners signed him, that 4-year, $57 million deal, people thought it might be too much. These 2 years, oh, there, yeah.
2 right there.
Splinters at the handle.
I mean, that's a legit, yeah, wow. Yeah, okay, strong, 32 home runs, Nelson Cruz.
Oh my God.
Bat shattered.
Seager hits that hard on a hop to Castro. For the second out. We'll take a look at tomorrow's starting pitching probables. They're brought to you by Fios. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. Visit getfios.com. CC Sabathia will go for the Yankees, coming off that odd start against Toronto, which he had 12 strikeouts but allowed 7 runs. Defense kind of let him down a bit. Taijuan Walker will go for Seattle. So we think.
Yeah, it has.
And that's why we call them probables. He has not been officially named yet, but the expectation is it will be him. Scott Service saying my starter for tomorrow is not here yet. And most people believing that that means it is indeed Walker, and he will be coming from AAA Tacoma. And part of the reason that Walker is down there is because Scott Service didn't like the way Walker wasn't competing on the mound. He vocalized that very clearly. So he needs to go down there and compete more. It's not showing me what I need. The 0-2. Blake Parker warming in the Yankee bullpen. The 0-2 inside.
Look at this, Nelly. He's going to try to tape it together and hit BP tomorrow. That is not just a little crack. Shattered. The handle. 32nd home run. Well, listen to you saying what Scott Service was talking about Taijuan Walker. I mean, he's been one of the heralded top prospects in baseball. First round pick in 2010 by the Mariners. And yeah, ultimately in the end, that's what you ask any player, is to compete every pitch.
Grounded up the middle and through into center field. A single for Adam Lind. If you think about it, every ball has been hit hard this inning off Yates. A loud out from Cano that Ellsbury ran down. The homer from Cruz. A smash to Castro from Seager, and now a single from Lind. That was actually the ball that was struck the lightest. And here's Zunino, who had the big blow of the game. A 2-out, 3-run homer in the 6th that turned a 5-3 Yankees lead into a 6-5 deficit. Zunino is now homered in 3 straight games. There's a former number 3 overall pick. When jetting through the minor leagues, unbelievably fast without having success, but they brought him up. And then struggled his first few years here, went back down to AAA this year and has found it both at AAA and now in the majors. And you look at that draft from 2012. A lot of talent in that draft. Headed by Carlos Correa, who became the first ever first overall pick from Puerto Rico. Yates retires Zunino. Nelson Cruz shows us something else tonight. A broken bat home run. Enough strength to muscle it out and give the Mariners a little more insurance. A very interesting WB Mason postgame on Yes. Bob Lorenz back in the studio to recap this matchup with the Mariners. Plus Meredith Morakovitz going to get the reaction from the clubhouse. It's all coming up only on Yes. Well, Edwin Diaz, the 22-year-old fireballer who became the Mariners closer in July, is coming off 2 days of rest. That after throwing 34 pitches on August 19th. An outing in which he allowed 2 earned runs. He's actually allowed runs in back-to-back outings. And is behind Brian McCann 2-0. Part of the reason Scott Service didn't use Diaz yesterday in a game that the Mariners blew was because he was trying to get Diaz over the last 2 days to get his mechanics back in shape. Thought he lost his fastball a little bit in his last outing on the 19th, and then threw a lot of stressful pitches. And you can see right here he's all over the place, 3-0 on McCann.
Yeah, immediately. I just seen this kid on highlights and knowing that he hits 101 miles an hour, but
whoa, look out.
Wow.
I mean, that is not anywhere near the zone on any of those pitches.
Wow, that's that 3-0 count at the big league level to hit a guy. Look at this. I mean, this is a, throw it over the plate, and he throws it. Oh, I thought it hit him.
Came close.
Skip rope. And there's no question Edwin Diaz has shown an impressive arm. 35 innings, 65 strikeouts. But just from the looks of those 4 throws, Ryan, that's pretty much a chucker. Kind of flies open a little bit. He's a fastball slider guy.
He walked 3 in that outing a couple games ago against Milwaukee. And so now Aaron Judge, after seeing those 4 pitches, takes strike 1, and the slider is what Diaz gets over to get ahead.
Smart. You got a guy overthrown, amped up, facing the Yankees, a rookie player from Puerto Rico, 3rd rounder, 2012 by the Mariners, overthrown.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another slider.
There it is right there. Debuted in June.
Number 2 prospect, Alex Jackson, an outfielder, is their number 1. The 0-2, fastball, and he fouled it right back.
Good swing right there by Aaron Judge. Gets 2 sliders out in front, 87 miles an hour, and then a 97 mile an hour fastball. Middle of the plate. Mistake location wise.
The 0-2 in the dirt, blocked nicely by Zunino. Diaz leads baseball in strikeouts per 9 innings for pitchers who've thrown at least 30 innings. On the outside corner, strike 3. Zunino pulled it back and got the call.
I don't know about that one right there. Corey Blazer, home plate umpire, sees it as a strike on the outside corner. Wow. Just watch Zunino. I mean, clearly, it looked the way to me.
From our vantage point, it did as well. With the first out, and now Headley looks at strike 1, and after being aggressively wild against Brian McCann, a trip to the mound, and Diaz seems to have found the zone. The 0-1. Fisted in the air, shallow center, that will drop. McCann waited to make sure it would. Headley is aboard, so 2 on, 1 out. Now the Yankees will go to the bench and send up Mark Teixeira, and they also will send in Ronald Torreyes to run for Chase Headley.
Yeah, Torreyes to break up the double play.
So here is Teixeira, will come fresh off the bench to face high 90s with a nasty slider.
Time run at first base. The Torreyes now. Something in the gap. Let him run.
First and second, 1 out. Diaz delivers. Outside, ball 1. The 1-0. 2-0. Teixeira 3 for 13 in his life pinch hitting. No home runs. The 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Hold the string. 2 heaters, upper 90s. Teixeira looking something hard, middle of the plate. Slider out in front. Good pitch.
Here's the 2-1. That's down 3-1. It's getting interesting here. McCann on second, and that's a balk. That is a balk from Edwin Diaz.
Wow.
And now Scott Service is going to say, well, hold on a second. You were granting Mark Teixeira time at the plate. And this is going to be a case of what happened first, the balk or the time that was granted to Teixeira at the plate.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, Ryan. Now, if the home plate umpire, we'll take a look right here. If Teixeira's asking for time, tells him time.
I think Teixeira backed out because he saw the balk. Watch the flinch from Diaz. Right there.
That's a good shot right there. Yeah, that preceded Teixeira stepping out.
And so now the tying run on second, a 3-1 count to Teixeira. The pitch from Diaz. Popped up. Left field. Heredia is there. McCann is just going to hold on. And a big out there from Edwin Diaz on a 3-1 pitch to Teixeira. So it's left to Brett Gardner. McCann on third, Torreyes on second. Gardner is 1 for 3. He has singled and walked. Martin has a very strong arm in center field. Pitch outside.
Edwin Diaz obviously showing exceptional velocity, getting behind it. These Yankee hitters, other than Headley.
The 1-0 inside, 2-0.
Brett Gardner, you gotta just try to make your strike zone real small. You have a pitcher that's wild, that's missing greatly. Whatever that sweet area is, something hard, middle.
2-0. Swing and a miss. It was where he wanted it. 2-1.
It looked like Brett Gardner was trying to watch this swing. A little bit of a feel of like go the other way, stay on it. Just 97 by him, but not trying to pull the ball. There's slight pull by their shortstop. Tell Marte up the middle. Big hole to the left side.
There's the 2-1 from Diaz. Swing and a miss. Gardner having a tough time catching up with it. And this crowd on its feet. A game with wild card implications that has had a little bit of everything. 7 home runs. Incredible catches. And now the tying run on second with a 2-2 count. A pitch from Diaz. Driven in the air. Now the left field line foul, and Gardner stays alive.
He's fighting right now. Brett Gardner is. Got an overpowering fastball from Edwin Diaz. As he continued to pound the strike zone with the heater, he blew it by him twice.
The 2-2. Grounded hard to Cano. That'll end it. A wild game, and the Yankees' threat in the ninth falls short. A 7-5 Mariners win. We'll be back to wrap things up in a moment.